Hey guys, Fabio Elmo here and welcome to the Elmo State channel. Welcome back to this new video. The title of today is Why Emotionally Unavailable Men Always Win. Make sure that you stay until the end of the video, because at the end of the video I'm going to tell you what mindset you need to have to always win. To always be that man who is emotionally unavailable. Okay? So make sure you stick until the end, because at the end, like always, I'm a very generous guy and I have a free gift at the end of the video that I want to give to you. Because I'm a generous guy. Okay guys, let's dive in. So why emotionally unavailable men always win? So you gotta understand that what women say that they are attracted to is not what they really are attracted to. So just to be short with you, you can never really believe a woman's words. You can never really believe what is coming out of her mouth. Okay, because her words are meant to lead you astray. So you can never really believe what she is telling you about what she really wants in a man, because she's always going to tell you, yeah, I want a man who is always available, I want a man who is always there, I want always a man who is always kind, I always want a man who is pleasing me. That's what she said she wants, but that's not what she's attracted to. Okay, when you date a lot of women, you're going to understand that what they say is not equal of what they really want or what they're really attracted to. Women are all emotional, so in the end they make decisions based on their emotions, not based on logic. We are logical, and we are logical, and so we should make always decisions based on logic. That's why emotionally unavailable men always win, because unavailable men make decisions based on their logic, not based on their emotion. If we would always make decisions based on our emotions, we will always fail with women. Okay, because if she's emotional and you're emotional, you have two emotional beings. And because you have two emotional beings, there's no polarity. You need to be the rational, stoic male with always logic in his decisions, and who can be emotionally unavailable because he is logic, because he thinks in a logic way. Okay? So why do emotionally available men win? So the first thing I write down is they guard their emotions. Okay? They're always in guard of their emotions. They're thinking, if I now would respond this way, is this in an emotional way? Because you gotta understand, a woman is always checking your answers. She's always watching how you answer. Because her hypergamous radar, her hypergamous instinct is always on. So she's always going to see that, is he acting overly emotional, or is he in his center? Okay, so the important thing is to be emotionally unavailable, and to win is to always guard your emotions. Look to yourself, think in yourself for the moment, if I react this way, would I react in an emotional way? Okay? Or if you're live with her on a date and she says something, maybe to put you a little bit off center, is he going to react in an emotional way, or is he going to stay stoic and deliver it like, hey, I just deliver it how I want, I'm assuring myself, and I'm not going to get emotional because you asked me a little bit of an edgy thing. Okay? The second thing that emotionally unavailable men have is that they're focusing on being mysterious. Okay, the emotionally unavailable man wins because he creates mystery. And this type of man, the emotionally unavailable man, he creates mystery by not always being present. not always being there. Because you gotta understand that the most beautiful woman who can have a lot of options, 9 guys out of 10 that she's dating, they're going to put always more effort in than she does. And because of that, she feels that she has the upper hand, because in the end, relationships is always a power dynamic. So she's always going to feel that she's better than you. And because she feels better than you, she looks down on you, and hypergamy is not satisfied. So you gotta focus on that mystery. But the guys, when they have a woman that they really like, they just can put some space behind himself in the woman, and he's so focused on her that he's not a mystery anymore. She already knows that she has him. So the best thing to do is to create distance, not always being there, not always texting. Maybe you were texting every 2 days, then you're texting again after 24 hours, then maybe you text a little bit for a couple of hours, and then you disappear for 3 days or 4 days or a week, and you don't text her back, or you don't text her, or you just don't text her. Okay, so that's how you create mystery, because there is that imbalance of texting with her. And so because of that, she doesn't know where she stands. And I'm using the word texting here and not one-on-one conversation, because nowadays the phone is most of the time the way men and women communicate with each other. So that's why I'm telling you about texting and not about speaking one-to-one. Okay? So another thing that emotionally unavailable men have is that they are scarce nowadays. They are really scarce, because we're living now in a feminized world with all femininity things that we hear. And for men now, we have difficulties to be masculine in this feminine world. And so we are going to adapt to the feminine. And because we adapt to the feminine, again, we are stepping into her worlds, in the land of the feminine, because we're going to make a lot of decisions based on our emotions, not based anymore on the man who we truly are on the inside and our own beliefs and our own thoughts. But modern society has pushed up modern women to be the leaders or to be better than men by default, and that's not how it is. And I'm sure that if we continue like this, masculinity is going to go down, and a lot of men, younger men, will be very confused with what it is to become a true man, a masculine man. Okay, so that's the third thing to win as an emotionally unavailable man, is to be scarce nowadays. Not always being there, and being the man who is logical, rational, stoic, and not always going into the world of the feminine. Okay, you have your masculine energy, and use your masculine energy to create things, to do things, and to be better in life, to become better in life. Okay, so the fourth thing, or the 4 points that I wrote down, is just be aware to not fall for the nice guy trap. Okay, because the nice guy is emotional. The nice guy is always there for pleasing her. He's always overtly available. He's always buying gifts for her, always doing stuff for her, always doing tasks for her. And because of that, he puts himself under her, and she's above him. And she feels that she's above him. She knows it. Psychologically, she knows that. And because of that, she's looking down on him, and hypergamy is not satisfied. So the thing is, hypergamy is not satisfied, and in the end, she's not attracted to him, and she doesn't respect the nice guy. Okay, because she also knows that the nice guy is there not because he wants to do all those things for her, but because he has to. He feels that he has to do those things to get her approval and validation back. So the nice guy typically is also just manipulating himself. Okay, so you can never put her above yourself. Okay, because she's going to feel that she's better than you, and because of that, she's not going to respect you. So what are women attracted to in the end? Women are attracted to men that respect themselves, that live their own way and their own life, and they put themselves as their one priority. The man put himself as his first priority in life, not the woman. A lot of men are nowadays, in modern society, relationship focused. And because of that, because they're relationship focused, that's their prime target, especially when they have a woman that they really like and really think she's beautiful, she's going to put her as their prime focus. And because of that, they always lose, because they want the relationship more than a woman, and it's always the woman who needs to want the relationship more than you. So she has never the space to or never the possibility to chase that man or pursue that man, because he's always there. The nice guy is always there. And that's why emotionally unavailable men, they are not always there. They are working on themselves. And so the emotionally unavailable man who always wins is always emotionally strong. He doesn't get emotional with everything that she's putting on him, all the drama, the chaos, and the turmoil. He just stays emotionally strong in his own masculine core. You cannot put him off center. And so she's always seeking that guy who is not desperate for attention, not desperate for giving her validation. He has his own life and he's doing his own things. And also because she's seeing that he's not always there to please her, she's thinking, I'm seeing myself as a beautiful woman. How come he's not chasing me? All the other guys are chasing me, but he's doing his own thing. Maybe he's pre-selected. Maybe he has also other options at my level of beauty. So that's what she's thinking. So that's why you need to act distant and not always being there. And when I'm saying being distant, I'm not meaning being cold. You have to be present in moderation. Okay? You have to find some balance. Because I want to clarify to you what emotionally unavailable really means. It's not being cold and going it's not about being cold and going cold turkey on her and not sending any messages and disappearing totally. Okay? You have to understand that you have to find a healthy balance. Okay? In life, balance is everything. If you don't have balance with everyone, it's not going to go well. But know that when you date a woman, or you are in a relationship with a woman, relationships are always about a power dynamic between the two. Okay? There's always when you talk about relationships between men and men or women and men, there's always a power dynamic going on. So it's not that you have to be cold and never available. You send her sometimes a text. If you don't see her or don't hear her if you don't see her or don't hear from her for 10 days, you just send her a text, a casual text, or maybe something that is funny to restart the conversation, reprise the conversation. Okay, so that's what you need to do. Because when you are going cold turkey on her, it's never good. And I'm going to tell you why. When I'm going on date with a woman, especially the first dates, I'm withholding my interest. So she feels that this guy is different than all the other guys, because you gotta understand, guys, when men are on a date, they're sometimes a little bit insecure, especially when they like the girl really much and they think she's really beautiful. They're going to act different for her because he's thinking, I need to act different for her. So you really gotta understand that when I'm on a date, I'm withholding my interest. And because of that, she doesn't know where she stands with me. And so she doesn't understand where I stand with her, or she doesn't really know where I stand with her. And this uncertainty in her creates desire. So because of that, when I'm acting indifferent or not really interested on the first date, maybe she can think after the first date, this guy was not interested in me, even if I was interested. So when I, after the date, don't send her any text message anymore, yeah, it's like she's gone. I'm not going to see her anymore because she's thinking I'm not going to text her because he was acting indifferent and uninterested in me. So I have no reason to text him. If she doesn't reach back to you first, in the end you will need to text her, because otherwise she will be gone. So that's why you need to find some healthy balance. Okay, you need to know where you stand in the dating dynamic and always see that she's not coming above you in the way you act with her. The words that you are sending via text message is very important. Okay, so emotionally unavailable doesn't mean to go cold turkey on a woman and not sending her any text message anymore and completely disappearing. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, and so how you can win is also to embodying a little bit of the bad boy characteristics. The bad boy decides for himself. The bad boy sometimes is a little bit arrogant. The bad boy sometimes is a little bit rude. And in the end, you gotta understand, guys, that a man who is always there, a man who is always pleasing, she doesn't feel anything for that kind of man or for that type of man because he's boring, he's predictable. She wants some uncertainty in her life, and you can give her that uncertainty by being a mystery, not always being there like every other guy does. Because in the end, you gotta understand that a woman wants a problematic man. A woman wants a man that she can fix a little bit, that she can mold a little bit, who is not the perfect picture. Again, who is not always there and not pleasing her, because those type of guys, she's not attracted to those guys. A woman needs to feel a little bit of turmoil, chaos and drama, and that can only be if you embody some bad boy characteristics. If guys are telling you, or coaches are telling you, hey, just be yourself and you are a nice guy, intrinsic you are a nice guy, you're gonna lose always, guys. So take a little bit of the bad boy characteristics and you will win. So to close off this beautiful video that I made for you, what is the mindset that you need to have? You need to have the mindset that you come first in your life, that you're the most important person in your life, that you focus on yourself, and that you are the prize. And to attract a woman, you need to withhold your masculinity, you need to withhold her interest so she can start to become interested in you. Okay? So you are the prize. Always live with that mindset, and always have that mindset when you interact with her via text or when you are one-on-one on the date. Because you gotta understand, the problem that we guys have is that from the moment that we are on that date with that woman that we really like, that we really think she's beautiful, when we are on that date with her, we put her on a pedestal just because she's beautiful. And because she's beautiful, and we put her on that pedestal because of her beauty, she's going to feel better than you and she's going to look down on you. So you really got to treat every woman the same. You treat a 5, a 6 the same as you would treat a 10, and vice versa. Okay, otherwise, when you are with that beautiful woman on a date that you really like, you're going to lose her because she's going to feel that this guy is fazed by my beauty. That's why on the first date or on the second date with her, or always when you're interacting with her, you gotta let her show that your interest level is not that high because she's that beautiful. Okay, you gotta withhold your interest and you gotta withhold your masculinity. Because we see women as beauty objects in the end, and that's why we put them on a pedestal because of their beauty. But if you put her on a pedestal because of their beauty, she's going to look down on you. She's going to feel that she feels better for you and that you are only qualifying her on looks and not on her as a person. Okay? So guys, that's the biggest takeaway, the biggest mindset shift you need to have. You are the prize. The biggest mistake is that guys put her on a pedestal because of her beauty, so they get emotional afterwards. So never do that. Be that strong emotional guy that always stays in his center and who is emotionally unavailable. That's the guy who always wins. So after these beautiful truths and great advice that I give you, since I'm starting on YouTube, I'm giving away a free call, a one-on-one free call for 30 minutes where we can go deeply into your problem. For now, I have the time because I'm starting on YouTube, so I'm giving away a free call. Also, if you want to know how to attract and retain every woman, I made a course in my school community. The first members or the first people who get into the community, they get it for free. They can come in the community for free. It's temporary. So make sure you see that course about attracting and retaining every woman. It's really great and it's going to help you. That said, guys, I see you in my next video. Ciao.